Testosterone is literally our masculine life force. It's what causes us to go out and build, to go procure more resources, to get married, to start a family, to pursue our career, and just to compete as men. It's what's going to drive us forward and allow us to, in my opinion, live out our full potential. We've all seen that study that shows that our testosterone levels are dropping like 1% every single year. And that makes sense. That's for good reason, because the life we live nowadays as men is not conducive to a high testosterone pro-androgen lifestyle. Think about how modern life is set up. Think about what video games do. Video games play on this instinct where, why would I go out and compete and build in the real world where I can just hop on my Xbox and have anything I want and get this false sense of achievement? Think about porn. That's going to play on men's desires, to go out and start a family and get a girlfriend. But when that need is satisfied by pornography, and you can have unlimited girlfriends and they can do anything you want, why would I ever need to go out and get one? Think about social media. Why would I need to go out and build in my life and pursue a career and achieve things when I can watch somebody else on social media do it and get the same dopamine hit instead of real growth? And that's what I want to talk about in this video. And really my goal more than anything is not just to give you some quick fix to elevate your testosterone levels. It's more of a holistic lifestyle change to audit your life and see what's missing and see why your hormones may be off. In my opinion, my life got extremely better when I started optimizing my hormones and going to the gym and building in my career and learning how to sell and doing things I was designed to do by God, rather than just living in the world and playing video games and mindlessly consuming and smoking weed and watching porn, right? It just makes sense. You're going to reap what you sow. And so in this video, I want to go over my 4-step approach for improving your hormones and honestly just completely improving your life, whether it be physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever it may be. So without further ado, I've ordered this tier list in regards to the most effective to not necessarily the least effective, but I want you to understand that one can't go without the other, right? I can't just take supplements and put duct tape on a broken wall and fix my lifestyle if I'm still watching porn, if I'm still smoking weed, if I'm still being a loser in my life. I can't just take supplements and fix that, right? It needs a more holistic life change. It's more of a covenant and a lifestyle you uphold rather than just something where you put a supplement in, you put a 1 in, and you get a 0 back out. You have to audit everything you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So rule number 1 is going to be getting jacked. You must be changing your body composition. My rule of thumb for this is being 15% body fat. That is when your hormones are going to function the best. That's when you're going to feel the best as a man, is when you can be 15% body fat and below, right? If you don't know what that looks like, look it up on a chart. I think that's like when you can see like a softer outline of your abs. And one of the biggest things you need to be doing and understanding when it comes to getting to this body composition is you can't just go on a treadmill and walk and lose a bunch of weight. You're going to absolutely nuke your testosterone if you do that. What you need to be doing is you need to be lifting weights and losing body fat. I'm not saying cardio is bad. Cardio is actually great for you. But if you're not lifting weights, you're not going to be lowering your body fat percentage. You're just going to be losing weight. There's a huge difference. So lowering your body fat percentage to 15% is the first step. Now, how can you actually do that in a tangible way? First things first, you have to be lifting. And I'm trying to write sideways here, so we're going to see how this turns out. You have to be lifting. Okay, I've made tons of videos on what it looks like to actually go in the gym and lift, but just understand that you need to be going in the gym and you need to be getting strength and you need to be building muscle size, especially as a man. Now, not only is this going to help your DHT, your testosterone, all of your androgens that are important as a man, but it's also going to give you that look you want, right? If you want to be that guy who walks around and looks jacked and who is proud of the body he's built, this is how you're going to do it. It's not just going to be through losing weight, okay? The second thing you need to do is you need to focus on your nutrition. When it comes to nutrition, think about number 1, eating 1.2 times your body weight in protein. You must be eating protein and try and procure that number from a clean food source, okay? When you think about protein, don't think about the Quest bars. Don't think about the Snickers high protein bars. Don't think about those super highly processed foods. A good rule of thumb when it comes to eating real food versus highly processed food is look at the ingredient label. Right? If there's more than like 20 ingredients on a label, you probably shouldn't buy it. You should probably just wait and fast until you can sit down and cook a meal or you can access whole foods, okay? So in terms of my diet, what I like to eat a lot of is a lot of red meat. I like to eat a lot of Greek yogurt, dairy. I like to eat a lot of eggs. Okay. And that's not only going to promote a healthier lifestyle because my body composition is literally changing, but it's also going to actually directly support testosterone production, right? Cholesterol from eggs is going to help my testosterone production and actually give me a little bit of a boost there. But more than anything, what's going to go miles and miles further in terms of boosting your hormones is just getting to an adequate body fat percentage. Visceral fat will absolutely turn you into an estrogen powerhouse. So if you don't want to end up like that, you need to change your body composition. And this honestly will probably achieve 60% of the gains right here. Matter of fact, it's probably like 80%. This will do most of the heavy lifting if you just change your body composition and you get jacked. Second on the list, when it comes to an actual holistic lifestyle change, as a man, you need to be winning in life. There actually was a study done. I think they studied chess players and they saw that every single time they won a game, their testosterone actually spiked. And when you think about it, look at Magnus Carlsen. His face, he has like the craziest like growth hormone face. That dude looks like he's high testosterone and he's literally just played chess and I think soccer for his entire life. So as a man, you must be winning in life and you must be competing. Now, there's two rules when it comes to winning, okay? Number one is you must be in competition constantly. Okay. I don't care if it's physically at the gym. I don't care if it's in sports. I don't care if it's in your business. Ideally, it's all three of those things, but you must be competing every single day as a man. You must be competing with other men specifically. And in these competitions, it's important to understand that you can't just go and you can't just beat a bunch of scrubs, right? You want to be playing guys who are at a higher level than you. You want to be punching up. You want to be fighting your way and trying to work your way to the top. Surround yourself with higher level guys, whether it's in sports, maybe you're playing pickup basketball or you sign up for a rec league basketball. Think about that. Compete with guys who are at a higher level than you. Maybe it's in your fitness. Find the strongest guy in the gym, pretend he called you small, and then try and beat him on every single one of your lifts. Maybe it's in your business. Build a network of really high level guys and then see what they're doing and see how much revenue they're producing and then compete with them. Get on their level and try to accomplish what they're accomplishing. Number one, you're just going to level up in life. But number two, you're actually going to get an androgenic effect from this because you're in competition. Now, the second thing with this is you must be building. I think it's God's design and why we're on earth as men is to build and provide. Okay. Now, this can link straight into your business, into your fitness, and into any athletic endeavor that you might have. But in my opinion, as men, it also links to building a family, right? Building spiritually with God, building in your career. Maybe you're not a business owner. Maybe you want to build a career. You must be working towards something and setting goals and consistently trying to achieve them. I think that's the best way you can level up. That's something I've always done throughout my life is I've always known what the next step was and I've always wanted to work towards it. Okay. When I was in high school and I was super insecure, I just started going to the gym and I knew immediately that I wanted to get jacked. And so that's what I started building towards. That's what I was building, right? Once I did that, I became a personal trainer and I wanted to build my business. That was my next goal. And so I started building towards that and I achieved that, right? Then I started building my social media right here on YouTube or on Instagram. And so now I'm building that. And now I'm building a business. So I've just always had something I'm working towards. And with that responsibility and that pressure, it's called eustress, that actually induces a higher level of testosterone because you have responsibility. Your level of testosterone, this is anecdotal, but I believe it's directly correlated to the level of responsibility you possess as a man, right? If your main goal every single day is to wake up and eat hot Cheetos and play video games and just suck, you're not going to have that high of an androgenic activity. It would just make sense because your body wouldn't need to produce that. Kind of going back to what I said in the beginning. So as a man, you must be winning, okay? And the two ways to win is you're going to compete in every aspect of life, and then you're going to build. And you're going to build and win and achieve your goals. These are honestly going to do most of the heavy lifting. I would say this is the extra like 30% right here. Getting jacked and winning and building will do 90% of what you need to do in terms of doubling your testosterone. Okay. Now, when it comes to some of the smaller things, I think these get a lot of attention when it comes to light diet and supplements, but I think they're important, but I don't think, they're going to be the end all be all. I think they get a lot of attention because it's really easy to not do this and skip and go straight to the top, which is what a lot of guys do. But I think that's the complete incorrect way to go about things. When it comes to your light diet, what am I referring to specifically? I'm talking about your circadian rhythm. I think I spelled that right. I'm not sure. I think I spelled rhythm right. But when it comes to balancing your circadian rhythm, this is the thing that dictates when your hormones get released and at what times of the day they do. Okay. So it's super important that number one, you see the sun, and number two, you get great sleep. because your body runs on a timer. Okay, all of your hormones throughout your body, think of your testosterone, your DHT, your cortisol, all of those will run on a timer. Even your leptin and your ghrelin, which determines how hungry you are throughout the day and also determines, how much fat you're going to burn. They all run on this cycle here. And it's all dictated by when our bodies see the sun. There's some sort of brain axis. I don't know it off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up after this. But there's some axis that runs that when your eyes see sunlight, that coordinates the release of all of your androgens. So if you wake up and you immediately look at your phone and you just bathe in blue light and your cortisol skyrockets, right? And then you go through the whole day and you haven't seen the sun still, your body's lost in time and has no idea when to release your testosterone, which naturally your testosterone releases at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. every single day, right? It has no idea when to release that. It's confused. And then night comes and you're still just staring at blue light because now you have a TV in your bedroom and you're staring at your phone watching TikTok. You're just bathing in cortisol the whole day. Your leptin and ghrelin never quite fired. So your hormones are all out of whack. Your testosterone never got a spike. Your cortisol never went down. So now you're not going to be able to go to bed. You didn't receive the full benefits of having a dialed in circadian rhythm. And now when you try and sleep, which is the most regenerative part of your night, that's when your growth hormone gets released and your testosterone is made and actually released into your body. You're not going to be able to sleep well, so you don't even get that benefit. And then you go through this giant feedback loop, okay? And I'm going to put a sad face in the middle, where your hormones are off, your life sucks, you feel low T, you can't work out, you can't get good sleep, you can't burn fat, you're hungry all the time, you don't know why, and you're just running through this constantly. So the one thing you need to do to correct it is get your circadian rhythm in check. What's the best way to do that? Go out in the morning, don't pick up your phone, don't get super stressed out about work, checking your emails, just go see the sun. 10 minutes, get sunlight in your eyes, and then at night, dim your lights, wear blue light blockers if you want to, install apps that lower the blue light that's coming out of your phone, or just turn your phone off completely and be present in life. Eliminate your blue light at night. That's gonna be the two ways that you're gonna correct your light diet. And I promise, this is gonna have a huge effect once you get these other two things dialed in. Okay, so that probably makes up for the rest of the 9% is just, let me put that over here. That makes up for 9% of your testosterone levels, okay, is your circadian rhythm. Arguably, it's probably more, but when it comes to what's going to have the biggest immediate effect, it's going to be these two here. Last but not least, supplements. This is the one everybody loves to talk about. If you've scrolled TikTok, I hope you don't, but if you have, you've probably seen a million different TikTok shop ads talking about this is the next best natural, testosterone boosting supplement. There are some natural supplements that genuinely do work, but if you're skipping all three of these steps, you don't need to worry about supplements. But there are a few that work, and my favorite, number one, includes Shilajit, fulvic acid, right? Going to be great as an electrolyte supplement early in the morning, and in studies has been shown to improve your testosterone levels. Number two, Boutea. This is another one that has shown in studies to increase DHT, which is arguably more effective and more powerful than testosterone. So I like to take these two in the morning with my coffee. The third thing, especially in the winter, is just vitamin D. I take like 15 to 20,000 IUs every single day. No, it's not too much. It's winter here. I don't see the sun as much as I want to. I still see it in the morning and the evening, but I take 15,000 IUs every single day in order to keep my levels elevated, and that is going to directly affect my hormone production, especially when it comes to my testosterone. So these are really the biggest things you need to focus on when it comes to improving your androgens and just leveling up in your life as a man. Okay, think about it from a holistic life change. Audit what you're doing now, right? Don't just scroll Instagram and try and find some trendy supplement and throw your money at it and think it's going to fix you. It's not, I promise. Number one, you have to focus on changing your body composition. That's huge. Number two, you have to be competing and winning in life. If you're not doing that, you're never going to fully realize your masculine potential. Okay, you need to be competing and you need to be building in some aspect of your life every single day. Third, you need to be respecting your light diet. This is going to be huge in the next 2 years, I promise, talking about light diet and circadian rhythm. But you need to see the sun, you need to shut off your screens at night, and you need to get better sleep in order to have a healthy hormone panel as a man. And then the last thing, some supplements that will help you once you've mastered these three tiers is taking Shilajit, taking Boutea, and taking vitamin D every single day. I've been low T, right? I've been just absolutely in the gutter. My face was super swollen. I had gyno. I was like chubby. I've been that way in my life, and I've been the way I am now. I don't know what my levels are, but I feel like they're probably over 1,000. And I choose the way I'm living every single day now rather than where I was before, because I know what it was like to not be doing any of these things. And the crazy thing is, once I did this, my entire life changed. Once I got jacked, and then once I started winning in my life and competing and working towards something, my entire life changed. This is really the best way to level up your life. And yeah, that's it. Go get jacked, go out and build something.